So what is how do you explain the plot of Vishwanath and Sons without being too detailed about it?
Without revealing much, it's a relationship between a 42-year-old and a 22-year-old.
A romantic relationship?
You would see that, sir.
Okay.
So there's a very thin line.
Because the song that's released kind of gives the idea that she really likes him as a guy,
Yeah.
as in like a romantic
Yeah.
person, but he kind of, he doesn't want to.
He has
have
his morals
reservations.
right.
He has his
Morals right.
morals.
So it's a very thin line.
Tell me one thing. We just spoke about Malayalam films, right? So this last weekend, I saw this fantastic film called Balan the Boy, right? You spoke about Manjumal Boys. Now, usually in Tamil and Telugu cinema, we have this DNA of the director. Okay, I'm generalizing a bit, but you make you start small, then a slightly bigger hero calls you, you go there. Then a slightly bigger hero calls you, you go there. So the success yardstick is measured by the bigness of the hero that works with you. You agree with that? To an extent.
So that's been happening, sir.
That's been happening.
That's
right?
been happening.
At least so far, that's
Yes.
the general thing, right? Okay, so it's a big deal that you're working with Surya. That's
Yes,
like
sir.
a really big deal.
Yes, sir.
But Chidambaram, the director of this thing, he goes from Janeman, which is a small movie. Then it's a big hit compared to budget. He could have gotten a hero, but then he says, I want to make this movie with a bunch of boys. That becomes like some Malayalam cinema's biggest grossing movie of all time or whatever it is. Till some Empuran or something became bigger. After that, again, he could have gone big. But then now he's saying, I want to make a movie about a mother and a child and a very psychologically disturbing drama. So what is impressive for me in this chart is, of course, he's just made 3 movies, so it's too early to predict a trajectory or something like that. For all you know, next movie, he may go with a big star or something like that. But I'm saying there in Malayalam cinema, they kind of go with the project and what interests them. Which is not to say that he does not want a success or something like that, but he's saying, if I make a low budgeted movie and I get that level of success, I'm happy. I don't necessarily have to make that level of money.
True.
Do you think that Malayalam cinema is the way it is right now or the level it is right now because of this kind of thinking? Whereas in Tamil and Telugu cinema, largely directors chase success as one of the parameters.
Actually, sir, I really want to break it, and because this
No,
used
but
to
you
be,
agree with what I'm saying?
it's been like that. But when you just go back to the 80s and 90s, when you go back to 80s, Telugu cinema had Raghavendra Garu and Dasan Narayan.
Yeah.
They never did this. They used to do this. They used to do 2 big films, and suddenly they used to do a film with
Subhalekha or something like that.
yeah, the Pelli Sandadi was a small film,
yeah.
and suddenly he brings in some newcomers, and he Raghavendra Garu used to do a film with all newcomers in America.
Yeah.
So they used to do it.
They used to do it.
Yes.
But I'm just going to interject in one small thing.
Yeah.
At that time, that cost of production for film was also not very much.
Not very much.
So people could afford to do these experiments, and even if they flopped, it was not a
No,
huge
sir.
thing.
Even now, if I want to make a new film with newcomers or like say with not big faces,
Like Little Hearts, let's say.
like Little Hearts,
Okay.
I would definitely want to do a film in 50 to 55 days. I will not go to 80 or 90 days. So my remuneration or my salary also will be based on that. I am not, just because I take an X, the next film should not be X+1. That is not my, a measurement of success. Or just because one film has done 100 crores, 110 is not my benchmark. It depends on the scale of film and the amount of money that you spent on it. And we have to spend wisely also.
Yeah.
So I don't know about this is an observation that you've mentioned, but I don't want to be in going that direction.
Right. So because the reason I give this observation is that I find that all the examples that you quote, like Tourist Family, all these kinds of films,
Yes.
right? They're all made by first timers or maybe second film guys.
Yes.
But slowly they gravitate to the other end of the spectrum. And I'm not judging that at all, because listen, boss, if that's your definition of success, that is your definition of success. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to define your success and all that,
True,
right?
sir.
But what I'm saying is, in this is a little different, seems a little different from how it happens in Malayalam cinemas, why I'm kind of a thing. So if you're going to break it, I'm not even asking you to break it. See, if your next film you want to go with a bigger, whatever, it's 100% your choice, right? Who am I to tell you what to do? But what I'm trying to say, understand is, I think the Tamil Telugu audience, for them, the success is when you're doing a movie for them, there's something a little different from what the Malayalam audience kind of. Do you think so?
So Malayalam cinema always experimented, and they have this beautiful. This is also this comes from observation.
Yeah.
So they have this beautiful process of learning and unlearning. A lot of us fail at it. So when you unlearn, you start fresh. That's been happening there. So and that is the observation that I have, and I've learned a lot from that. So after you, as you said, there shouldn't be a measurement of success and everything. So, after 2-3 films or something, maybe somewhere I have to, switch it off and come back and see, okay, what's happening everywhere. And now you again just try to, reconnect with the trend or the audience. That's when, the small films can happen, and you can reinvent yourself again.
Yeah.
That is what is happening in Malayalam cinema. I think that's something that is noteworthy, and if you can adapt, that'll have a longevity also for